Hi and welcome to this short video where I just want to talk about your peer group, the people you spend your time with and how those people influence you and the outcomes that you get. You see, in life, it was really interesting. Very early on in my property career, I listened to a speaker speak. And the speaker talked about what he called sheep and crabs. Sheep are generally people with habits that will follow each other. Okay, one person goes, so they all follow. One person says property is a bad idea, we all think property is a bad idea. One person gets into options, we all think options are a good idea. The sheep follow the crowd. Okay, and we have millions and millions of sheep in the UK, all just following the crowd. Stay in the herd, stay safe, don't be different. Then we have crabs. Crabs are really interesting. Okay, so if you live by the seaside like I do, I live in Scarborough, if I go down to the harbour and the fisherman comes in and he's caught a load of crabs, what's really, really interesting, the crabs are all in a container. The container has no lid on it. So there's all these crabs in the bottom of the container, but the fisherman doesn't put a lid on to stop them escaping. Why doesn't the fisherman need to put a lid on? Well, what happens is one crab will start to claw out with its claws and grab and claw out to try and get out of this box, this container. What do the other crabs do? They reach out to try and get out as well, and they grab the crab that's already further out and pull it back in. Another one's coming out. Someone else grabs that, pulls it back in, pulls it back in. Crazy. They're all going for their freedom. They all pull each other back in. Fisherman doesn't need a lid. True story. So, but isn't that interesting? Because as human beings, does that happen? As human beings, do you go to a group of friends and say, I'm going to get into property? In fact, there's a group of friends right now that you wouldn't even say it to because they're not maybe the right peer group. I'm going to get into property. They say, you don't want to do that. You might lose money. Oh, you don't want to do that. I heard of a friend, or my great uncle Billy who had this problem. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Pull you back in. Pull you back in. I want people in my peer group who are expansive, who are like, wow, that's brilliant you're doing that. Have you thought you could also do this and this and this? That's amazing. I know, yeah, and then if you did that, you could do that and that and that. They're the people I want around me that are sparking off me and pushing me to be the best I can possibly be. There's a brilliant book called The Compound Effect, written by Aran. That's The Compound Effect by Aran. And Darren covers this peer group mentality in there quite a lot. And this study, lots of other people I've heard quote it as well, Tony Robbins and many others. If you're single and you look at the 5 people around you who are also single that you spend most time with, or if you're in a couple like me, look at the 5 couples you spend most time with. What's really, really interesting is the results you're getting in life. Health, fitness, relationship, financial, the results you're getting in life will be similar to the people you are spending your time around. Similar results to the people you're spending most time with. So who are you spending most time with? You know, by the way, this is really, really important in relationship. If you're in an outstanding relationship, but the 4 couples you spend time with are all in really bad relationships, they cheat on each other, they're not committed to each other, will that eventually affect your relationship? Yes or no? Of course it will. If you're a guy and you're always with the guys, they're always cheating, you're just going to be in an environment where people are cheating. You're going to be around other girls that they're cheating with. Not good for you. Not good for your relationship. But if you're in a relationship and all the other 4 couples, the relationship is like 5 levels above you, they're just crazy in love, giving each other presents all the time, gifts of love, cards, you're going to go, do you know what? I need to get better at this. These guys are all so good. I need to get better to keep my wife happy. And you want to surround yourself with that. If you're in a peer group where nobody else invests in property, so you're trying to lead the way, they'll be the crabs pulling you back in. But if you're in a peer group where everybody's got a minimum of 10 properties and you've only got 3, you're going to be like, wow, that's brilliant what you do. You can go on holiday. You're having so many holidays because I've got so many properties. I want to do that. So it will stretch you to be better in that area. You know, I always tell this story, you know, if you're fat, and excuse this, but if you're fat and your 5 best friends are also fat and they spend their lives eating donuts and other stuff, cramming their faces, when you hang out with them, what will you do? But if you're fat and your 5 best friends are all really skinny and they run all the time and they exercise and they juice, what will you start to do? You'll start to get shifts. So you want peer group who challenge you, stretch you, expect you to be the best you can be. Those people are really unique people, people who don't accept you. They're not just nice to you, nothing inside me cares enough, but they stretch you, they expect you to be the best, and they want the best for you in a passionate way. They push you and challenge you, but in a passionate, caring way. They are the people you want in your peer group. They are the people you want to hang around. Okay? So in Darren's book, he talks about, look, we're not saying dump our current friends or dump our family. We can't choose our family even sometimes, okay? Well, ever. But what we can do is we can limit how much we let them affect our brain. We can say, I'm going to spend an hour with them today, but I'm not going to let them in here. I'll enjoy the hour. It'll be a real pleasant time. But the negative things they're saying are not coming in. I'm protecting this brain because I know it's crucial. But then I'll deliberately spend time here or doing this learning or watching these videos, and I will let all of that in to replenish my stock, to make sure it's positive. The net effect at the end of the day is far more positive going in than negative. Okay? And then gradually you'll spend more and more time with these people and less time here. Now, it's not always easy as an adult to start meeting new peer group. You go up to someone and say, I'm looking for some new peer group. I wondered if you would be my friend. Back to school playground stuff, isn't it? But, go to property networking meetings, come to training events, come along to my training events, spend time with me. But do it deliberately, just to look for peer group. Deliberately look for great peer group. And you're looking for people who have the same ethics as you. You're looking for people you resonate with. You're looking for people that are like you. And successful people like to have successful friends. It's totally true. Sadly, unsuccessful people like to have unsuccessful friends because it makes them feel all right about themselves. So get around successful people in whatever areas of your life you're wanting to be better in. Get around successful people, spend time around them, and it will start to be a game changer for you and change your life. So your homework from this video, okay, what I'd like you to do is make a list. Repeat the list up later on, but make a list to start with of the people that currently don't serve you. We all know that there are negative people in our lives, people that drain our energy just by spending time around them. So who's on that list? Who are the people that are negatively feeding your brain? Okay? You're making the list. You're then going to just destroy the list, but you're making the list so that you'd spend some time just reflecting on that. Secondly, what types of person, if you were writing about your ideal person that would be in your peer group, I'd like you to write a paragraph, in fact a page of A4. What does that person look like? How does their life look? What do they look like? What we want to do is set our RAS again, our reticular activating system, to say, look for people like this. To do that, we need to make a list of what they look like. We need to logically and sensibly think it through, write it down, lock it in our nervous system, and say, I'd like to meet people like this. Okay? It feels a funny exercise to do. It really does. But please do it, and you'll be amazed what results you get. You write out who you'd like to meet. You'll start meeting people that look like that. They're already coming into your life. They're just passing you by because you haven't got focused on finding them. And when they do come into your life, you just say, hey, would you like to have a cup of coffee sometime and have a chat? You seem a real great person. We might have some stuff in common. It'd be great to have a chat. Okay? Again, if you're not a people person, this is stretching you out of your comfort zone, but it is critical. It is critical that you have a great peer group around you. Invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. I'll speak to you real soon. Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Aran here. Did you enjoy this week's video? If so, there are 3 things you can do to continue your property investing journey. The first is you can click here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really hope you do, because then each week I can keep sending you great educational videos just like this one, so you can keep developing your property knowledge. Secondly, you can click the link here and get a free copy of my book, The Property Coach, where I teach the 9 steps to really truly successfully building a property portfolio. The third thing you can do is click here and go to my website, www.arancurry.co.uk, and there you can subscribe for free to my newsletter. And what that means is you'll get loads of free educational content in lots of different forms, and also any of our promotions or offers that we run are also there on the website and also in those e-newsletters. Again, helping you move forward with your property investing journey. So if you want to take action, just click any of these 3 boxes or all 3 and move forward to the next level. And in the meantime, invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. Thank you.